pain in his eyes reveals a deeper struggle, one that words cannot express.
This is the story of a champion defined by power, a brotherhood forged in the fires of ambition, and a single night that changed everything.
In the relentless arena of professional boxing, champions are forged not just by talent, but by an unbreakable will. They stand in the spotlight, celebrated, often seen as invincible. But beneath the glittering facade of victory, every champion carries a burden, a weight of expectation, endless training, and a circle of trust that becomes their family. Today at Story Palace, we're not just telling the story of a boxing legend, Anthony Joshua. We're telling the story of his deepest battle yet. One fought not in the ring, but in the harrowing aftermath of a tragic day. For years, Anthony Joshua's journey to the pinnacle of heavyweight boxing has captivated the world. His power, his discipline, his unwavering dedication, all were on full display. But behind every triumphant knockout, every raised hand, stood two men whose contributions were immeasurable, whose presence was non-negotiable. This is Sina Ghami, his strength and conditioning coach. A visionary in physical preparation, Sina was the architect of Joshua's formidable physique, pushing the boundaries of human endurance. He sculpted not just muscles, but the very resilience needed to absorb and deliver punishing blows. And this is Latif Ayodele, affectionately known as Latz, Joshua's personal trainer, his shadow in the gym, his motivator. Latz honed every technical detail, every foot placement, every jab and cross, ensuring AJ was always a step ahead, always perfectly primed. More than trainers, they were friends, confidants, brothers in arms. They shared the sweat, the sacrifice, and ultimately, the triumphs. The world of Anthony Joshua, so often defined by bright lights and roaring crowds, was irrevocably changed on a quiet evening in Nigeria, December 29th, 2025. A date that will forever be etched in his memory, and in the hearts of those who loved Sina and Latz. The location: the vast, often challenging expanse of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Ogun State. Joshua was a passenger in a Lexus SUV, returning from an event, perhaps discussing future plans, or simply enjoying the camaraderie that defined their bond. The road, a critical artery of Nigerian commerce, can be unforgiving. Reports indicate a sudden, catastrophic tire blowout while the vehicle was in the process of overtaking. In a split second, control was lost. The SUV veered violently, colliding with a stationary truck parked on the road's shoulder, an all too common, yet deadly hazard on busy highways. The scene was one of chaos and terror. For Anthony Joshua, a man accustomed to controlling every variable within the squared circle, this was an uncontrollable force. Rescuers arrived swiftly, working against time and the darkness. Joshua himself was pulled from the mangled wreckage, injured but alive. He was immediately transported to a local hospital, treated for what were thankfully minor injuries, and later discharged on New Year's Eve. But the joy of his survival was eclipsed by an unbearable truth. Sina Ghami and Latif Ayodele, his brothers, his pillars of strength and support, did not make it. They perished at the scene, their lives tragically cut short. The news rippled through the boxing community, then across the globe, stunning fans and peers alike. The champion, who had just defeated Jake Paul a mere 10 days prior, now faced a grief more profound than any opponent could inflict. In the raw aftermath, Anthony Joshua's public statements were heartbreakingly honest. He posted on social media, not as a boxing icon, but as a grieving friend. He called them his brothers, spoke of the bond they shared, the laughter, the hard work, the dreams. The world saw a different side of AJ, vulnerable, heartbroken, grappling with an immense, irreplaceable loss. These were not just colleagues, they were family. They had shared everything, from the grueling grind of training camps to the euphoric highs of championship nights. Their presence was a constant, a given. Now, it was a gaping void. The impact of such a tragedy extends far beyond the immediate moment. For Joshua, it wasn't just losing two key members of his team. It was losing two integral parts of his identity, his support system, his daily life. The gym, once a place of purpose and shared ambition, now carries the echoes of their absence. Every training session, every strategic discussion will be tinged with the memory of what was and what will never be again. While the families mourn and Joshua grapples with his personal grief, the legal processes have begun in Nigeria. The driver of the SUV, Adeniyi Mobolaji Kayode, has been charged by authorities with dangerous driving causing death and driving without a valid license. This aspect of the tragedy underscores the broader issues of road safety and accountability, particularly on busy routes like the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. This tragedy has inevitably cast a long shadow over Anthony Joshua's future in boxing. How does a fighter recover, not just physically, but emotionally, from such a devastating blow? The mental fortitude required to step into a ring is immense, but it pales in comparison to the strength needed to navigate profound grief. There's been widespread speculation. Will he retire? Will this emotional scar prove too deep to overcome? These are questions only he can answer in his own time, as he battles an opponent far more formidable than any he's ever faced: the weight of memory and loss. The story of Anthony Joshua and the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is a stark reminder that even our heroes are human. It's a reminder of the preciousness of life, the deep bonds of friendship, and the sudden, unpredictable cruelty of fate. As we reflect on this profound loss, we honor the lives of Sina Ghami and Latif Ayodele, two men who poured their hearts and souls into their work and into the life of their friend. Their legacy lives on, not just in the records of a champion, but in the enduring impact they had on those who knew and loved them. To Anthony Joshua, we extend our deepest sympathies and unwavering support as he navigates this period of immense pain. And to the families and friends of Sina Ghami and Latif Ayodele, we offer our heartfelt condolences. May their memories be a source of strength and comfort. Thank you for joining us at Story Palace. Please remember to cherish those around you